Hit it.
Guys, folks, I almost forgot the folks. Started out with
Ding
guys.
dong!
Dude, that didn't even feel right. Starting with guys, I don't know.
See, now
Folks,
you're
we are
on that
here
stuff.
with the PokePlumber. This is the Investor and the Collector podcast, episode 2. Nick was fashionably late, as is his way with his beautiful hair.
I was laying pipe. I'm sorry, guys.
He's one of the few people that can say that with a straight face. How's everyone doing today, guys? We've got some hot topics. I don't know what they are yet, but we've got them. So I'm here to learn with all of you. Apparently, Nick's got the heat, and I'm just gonna kind of play along. So, hey, I'm as anxious as all of you are. Let's just see what we got to talk about today, man. What are we? Collector app. Look at Collector app, guys. This Collector app is the #1 channel supporter at this point. I don't even know how many memberships they have gifted. They did it again. That's 100 memberships. Guys, everyone in the stream, there's only 138 people in here. Basically, all of you now have a channel membership thanks to Collector app. Make sure to check them out. Again, not sponsored by Collector app, but I will always shout them out for those kind of donations. Make sure to check them out in the App Store. It's Collector with an R. It's a great place to track your collection and investment. Great charting, to show exactly how everything is growing every single day on, singles and sealed. And it's a way to kind of get off Excel and get into something a little more visually appealing that you can track easier. So make sure to support Collector, guys. They also said we're on a mission to make sure everyone on the stream has a green name. I like it, man. I don't want to see any black names on there.
Can you say that?
Nick, so what's up, dude? What's the topics today, man? You said you have them.
Yeah, I have a couple, but you see them all the time, so it can get repetitive, right? With Prismatic, everybody's talking about Prismatic, right? And I was talking to my buddy Nicky Cards, Nick. I just did a giveaway with him on Instagram. So if anyone wants a Lost Origin box, there's your chance. Little shout out there. But
what are you guys doing? Just a giveaway, or is there something happening? Or
we're just giving a Lost Origins box to somebody.
Just out of the goodness of your heart?
Yeah. So just
nice guy.
Go check it out.
Nick's such a better guy than I am.
Just go check it out on my Instagram.
I never just randomly give away Lost Origin boxes. You guys gotta love that guy.
You gotta do something for the community. I mean, it's been a while, bro. It's probably been I think my last giveaway was a Obsidian Flames box, so it's been a long time. Yeah, but sometimes you got to give back a little, right? I used to do giveaways all the time, and then that kind of fell off. So, Lost Origin, good box.
Nice.
If you pull the T now, I'll be sick because I never.
All right, so you were talking with Nicky Cards.
Oh, so all right. I was telling him how yesterday PokeHive had Prismatic for pre-order, right? And for the order, you got a Shrouded Fable, and then a Shrouded Fable ETB case, and then a Prismatic Evolutions ETB case. And PokeHive stands by his pre-orders. So for the bundle, it was $900, right? So I was talking to him, and I said, dude, it just makes me kind of sick how I should be getting, around 3 cases, 2.5 cases for the price of a Prismatic case right now. And I said, that's not what Sealed's about, if I'm being honest. I don't like this stuff coming out and being this expensive right off the rip. Yes, it's a hype set, but it's not fun for me to have to overpay because I hear so many rumors with Prismatic. No one knows their true allocations. Then I hear people say it's going to be the same. Then I hear people say it's going to be a nightmare. And it's yes, LGSs have to make money, but this is the stuff I don't like is because I see people charging $1,100 already for a case of Prismatic, right? PokeHive's deal is the best deal I've seen so far, right? Safari Zone had one for Stellar Crown ETBs and Prismatic, but that was $1,100. I mean, I'd rather have a specialty set ETB case than Shrouded Fable. I mean, Stellar Crown. So in my mind, it just kind of sucks right now, and I'll see this drive people away from the hobby when you're gonna have to spend $100 to $110 a box for Prismatic, which retail is $31, and then MSRP is what is it, $49.99?
Well, Retail is not 31.
For like what you buy.
That's like distribution cost.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Distribution.
I would say retail is usually between like for a specialty set. I think retail is normally about $40.
All right, about $40. Okay.
Yeah. And then like Walmart, yeah, like MSRP, Walmart, Target, 50, 55, something like that.
Yeah, but it kind of, I'm not saying it takes the fun out of the hobby because it's exciting. But for me, I like, you know me, in the beginning, I like to open sets, right? When I bought 151, I opened like 3 cases right off the bat. But then when I get the cases, I don't want to open $3,000 worth of product.
Hold on, let's make people sick for a second. First of all, Sean, really appreciate the super chat, man. Thank you for that. Got to work for it. Ain't a welfare channel. Dude, let's make people sick for a second. How much Surging Sparks have you opened?
Oh my god! Honestly, like just like all of it. So
honestly,
three pre-release cases. 4 ETB cases, and now 6 booster box cases.
6 booster box cases?
6 booster box cases. Still haven't pulled the Pikachu. I pulled everything else, no Pikachu yet. I don't understand it. I gave Alex the 2 cases that had them in it, so I don't know.
Well, okay, when he says gave to me, he means sold to me at a bit of a discount to market.
But yeah. It's so what was he trying to say? Like that I don't like I gotta pay for it? Like I have to overpay? I mean, that's why no one will remember your name, right?
What are we saying?
Talk shit, I'll talk shit back. I don't play that. Not like these fucking clowns. Not in the mood either. But the thing is, you shouldn't have to pay triple the cost. That's my point, buddy. Right? Let's see how far you go in the hobby.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been up since early too, and I worked all day.
I love it, dude. This is gonna be a spicy one.
Yeah,
no, yeah, it's
time for their bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, this market does suck for like for sealed because everyone kind of suffers except anyone who has distribution or stores because they're all just taking advantage of the massive profits. But then as like me as like a rip and shipper, right? I have to up the price of my packs because now I'm paying more for the packs. So it pushes that cost on the end consumer. The people are having to pay, find on eBay or online somewhere because they can't find it in stores because it's all been bought out and sold. So they're paying more for the product. Now the cards are all rising in price because, the packs are more expensive to open. So obviously the cards are going to be more expensive and they're harder to hit. So now everyone buying singles and collecting and even playing the game is paying more for the cards. And the only people that are really helped in this kind of market is just the initial store that got the distribution numbers because everyone else is getting taxed. Everyone's getting taxed in every which way.
Yeah, it's just like, think about this. I'm not complaining because we don't know how much is going to get printed. We don't know any of that, right? But I've seen so many people get hurt in the past because there were people that paid, $1,200 for cases of Darkness Ablaze, $1,200 for cases of Vivid Voltage, right? They're still not doing well. But
I really appreciate another super chat, man. Pull the Latias EX from 250 packs of Surging Sparks, no Pika.
Yeah.
Hey, I get it, man. I went through about 2,200 packs on stream before I finally pulled a Pikachu. And then I pulled a couple more not too long after that. So I would say I pulled like 3 out of, let's say, 3,000 plus packs it took me. So they were like 1 out of 1,000 packs from what I've seen altogether.
Yeah, it's really tough. I mean, but now I'm at the point where I don't want to open these cases if they're going to be $1,200 a case. It's not about being cheap. It's just about being logical about it. Like,
I don't think anyone's ever accused you of being cheap.
Yeah. But I just, it doesn't sit right? Like the other day I had a Brilliant Stars box that I wanted to open, but to me, it's been out a little while. I understand why it's that price, but this is brand new product that's very much in rotation and we're just paying so much for it out the gate. And I don't like that.
Yeah, and the other problem is like, especially having a channel like mine where I'm a, investing market, business channel. People are always asking me like, Alex, what do you think about Surging Sparks? Is it going to be more in the future? Yes. Is it going to be less in the future? Yes. It's just like, yeah, I mean, look, as far as I know, again, from distributors, I don't think there's no sign of any more coming this year. The earliest they say it's February for more Surging Sparks product, meaning it's going to run up through the end of the year. It's going to get a huge blast of purchases on the TCG Player sale, the Black Friday weekend. It's going to get a ton of more purchases running up into Christmas time. there is literally nothing in this hobby that is going to stop that product from running up into the mid 200s to maybe $300. Now, at the same time, I also believe if you're looking to pick some up long term, you'll very likely be able to find it cheaper than it is right now. And it'll likely get reprinted and could be down like, I'm not one of these people who thinks it's going to like all crash. Like, I don't think it's going to go like sub $100, but I think it'll be 130, 140, 150, somewhere like that again. And so it's like, yes, it'll be more. Yes, it'll be less. Do you want to try to play the game and pick some up and then try to flip it when it gets up in the high $200, $300 range? Do you just want to wait and pick some up later? Like, that's up for everyone else to decide, but it's just, all these products they're going to be more expensive. They're going to be cheaper. Maybe some don't get reprints and you do very well on them. Like some of these middle sets, like the Obsidian, Paradox, Temporal, Stellar, Twilight, maybe. But as far as like these high flyer sets, they're going to keep printing the product, little by little. It's just not coming all at once like people would expect.
Yeah, like if I were people right now, I would be buying it. Like if you don't need surging for streams or anything like that, yes, if you want to open a box and buy a box for 180 to 200 just to open to enjoy it around the holidays, yes, do that. But this is what I'm saying. Like streamers, when Prismatic comes out, you're going to be paying $11 to $15 a pack right off the bat. If you're through Whatnot, through Drip, through everybody, because now these guys are going to be paying so much to get these cases, right? So Prismatic at 11 a pack upon release is kind of insane to me. That's it. Yeah, you have to. I don't know. I just think that's a lot right off the bat.
And I think even the card shops agree. Like I was talking to the manager of my local card shop, and even they agree. It's just like they don't even like it when it's this crazy out of the gate because it's impossible for them to keep anything on the shelves, and they have to keep raising the prices, and then people get mad at them because they're overpricing it because they're just trying to have something to sell going into the holidays. And so like his price point that he said is what I agree with. And now you can tell me, I think boxes in this day and age, like with inflation factored in with the hobby, they should probably be somewhere between like 110 to 130. Like I think that's a healthy market. Anything lower than that, card shops aren't making any money because guys, distribution, depending on what level you're at, it's between 88, 87 from some stores up to like 95 a box. Yeah, so if you're paying 90, 95 a box, you have to sell it for $100, you're literally not making any money. And so it's like, I think you should be about 110, 120, maybe up to 130 on big sets. But yeah, once it gets to the 150, 160 MSRP plus level, yeah, it's definitely overhyped. I agree.
Yeah, that's the only thing. It just, like, stuff like that scares me when it gets just that crazy out of the gate. Like right now, personally, what I'm doing, like I love, what Paradox is right now. Like Paradox is affordable. I think Paradox is like the only one that I like right now. I mean, Obsidian's not horrible. It has a couple of cool cards, but you could still get it for fair prices, right? So right now, if you want to save money and still buy, I said this before anyone said this. I said Paradox reminds me of Chilling Reign. You saw me. I was buying cases of Paradox at $480 a case, and it just reminded me so much of Chilling because I think that Roaring Moon card is beautiful. The Iron Valiant's beautiful, and it's a very stacked set. It even has the Groudon. But I see a lot of potential in Paradox. It's just like if we really start to hit this 250 price point with surging to 300, then and you're not just buying one box to enjoy, I think that just gets a little crazy when there's so much other good stuff that's still around, and we're gonna have all these cool we have awesome Black Friday deals coming, right? Like if you miss out on Sword and Shield, this is most likely going to be your last chance to grab Sword and Shield at an affordable rate. Because but no, Target's going to have those ETBs, Brilliant, Astral, and Lost, right? 25 in ETB, but they're also going to be, they have tins on Walmart. There's just a lot of Sword and Shield. Look, I just, they have this. I opened it, but they have this at Target right now. It has 2 fusion packs and 2 Lost Origin packs. Like they still have a good amount of Sword and Shield. Like, Sword and Shield is cheap right now. Like this is the time to
well, some Sword and Shield. Let's go ahead and share the screen real quick.
This product is cheap.
Let's take a look at this real quick. So Evolving Skies, there is officially 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes away from being $1,000 a box. 7 boxes, guys. 7 boxes times $900. That's like $6,300 away from being $1,000 box on TCG Player. We've got Fusion Strike now officially a $250 box. You can see tons of confirmed sales at $250, $250 plus. And then we have Lost Origin, which is now over $240 a box, and it is selling very clearly in the 240s regularly. We're seeing some massive moves in Sword and Shield, and me and Nick talked about this last 2 weeks ago about how Sword and Shield was going to start having money move back to it as, Scarlet Violet got too overhyped with some of these new sets, and people started to say, wait, Surging Sparks is $210, and I can go buy a Chilling Reign, Fusion Strike, Lost Origin box for similar, or I can actually pay less. Guys, you can actually pay less for a Brilliant Stars, Astral Radiance, Silver Tempest box than you can a Surging Sparks, and then even Twilight's more than Silver, about the same price as an Astral. What are we doing?
I know. It makes no sense. I mean, look, I just grabbed a couple more cases from Extreme of Silver Tempest the other day. I mean, it's still on Pokemon Center. I cannot, maybe it's not sold out because they only do quantity 4.
Yeah.
But still, it's Silver Tempest. It has a beautiful Lugia. I love that set. I don't know. Can you put up, can you do what you did and put Chilling Reign real quick?
Yeah. I just actually got 2 PSA 10 Lugias back in the mail yesterday from PSA. And I got to be honest, I haven't listed them. I don't think I'm going to right now. I just don't think, I think all these, I made a video like a month and a half ago saying that I think alt arts are going to go on another run. And I've been correct so far, but I think they're going to keep going for a while. I mean, I think these alt arts are back in business. All right. Chilling Reign.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check it out. Same chart pattern. In the last 3 months, it's went from $200 all the way up into the $235 with shipping. If we go down here, yeah, it's about a $235 box. That is what it is selling for. See, all these, this is one thing I don't like about TCG Player. I wish they would add the shipping cost into the final sales price, because it makes people, when people look at that, they think it's $220, but in reality, it's this listing right here, which is actually $235. So, but here's another thing. Both these are 0% feedback, like new sellers. So, I mean, anyone, I'm sure $230, they're the same price, though. It's $235.
All right. I have a question for you. Chilling Reign, Fusion Strike, or Lost Origin? Pick one.
Of what? Investment or set? Like, what do I like the set? I mean, I think Chilling Reign's a better set.
Like, what would you, if you could only put money in one of those 3 sets, what would you put it into right now?
I think it's the worst of those sets, but it would be Lost Origin.
Really?
I think it's the worst, but people have this hard on for freaking that Garatina card, and I don't understand it, but it's the way it is. And when you're an investor in this hobby, you can't go off what you like or your own beliefs. You have to go off what the market wants, and that card is what the market wants, and it's going to send that's going to be the first box to hit 300 after SV. So Sword and Shield base hit it, and obviously Evolving Skies. I think Lost Origins is going to be the third box to hit $300.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, because it doesn't matter how much I like Chilling Reign. If the market likes Lost, the market likes Lost. And that's
all that matters. I mean, me and you, we love Brilliant Stars, but the market is obviously telling us that's a mid-tier set now.
It's insane to me. I still stand by Brilliant Stars. I still think that's underpriced right now. Great set. And the Charizard.
Jacob G. We got, can you discuss SS4 Eva Mestizo OP grading drama? I have no clue what that is. Do you, Nick? Submissions missing, submission getting paused.
I try to stay away.
Did have a larger sub out currently. Yeah, I don't. Jacob, I'm sorry, man. I really appreciate the super chat, man. I do not know exactly what you're referring to, dude. Maybe
someone stole someone's submissions or stole their cards, and I submit it yourself. Watch a couple videos, and just I always tell people, try to submit it yourself. I have trust issues.
Bulbasaur's in the chat. What's up, Dylan? He's on the Chilling Reign bandwagon with us.
Hey, Dylan, Goated Polls was telling me what you call him. That's not nice, but it's hilarious.
By the way, if Goated Polls is in the chat or sees this, when are we getting Goated Polls on the podcast?
Arvin, I mean, if he comes here December 1st, we'll see. Maybe the weekend after that.
Gotta get Goated Polls on the next one, man.
I'll talk to him.
All right. What you want to jump into? You said you had some heat, man, some spice you wanted to throw in today. And he wouldn't tell me. I'm talking to him all week. He's like, I'm gonna save it for the live stream.
I need to start writing this stuff down because I always have great ideas, and then like work takes over, and then I have like 4 customers, and then I'm remembering what jobs I have to do. Dude, what was that? Like 2 nights ago I said that to you? I had something good to talk
Well,
about.
you always have these ideas, and you're always afraid to tell me because you think I'm going to throw it in a video.
Yeah, because he used to take my ideas, and that's why.
No, I did not, dude.
A lot of that came from. Dude,
don't be telling people that's stupid.
You can't say that Pokemon Plumber didn't give you many ideas.
What ideas? What?
If you don't give me credit, I will never give you a source again.
What ideas?
A lot of ideas. If you hold on, this might be our last stream. I might close the computer. Give me credit right now.
No, the Dana White storm off stream wasn't planned till next week, dude. Chill out.
No, it's 2 weeks from now.
Hold on, Jacob. He sent a new one. Sorry, the last message was auto-corrected. I meant to ask you about GameStop Drama with subs missing 375K. Okay, who in their right mind would trust GameStop employee with a 375K sub first? And dude, that's sickening, but at the same time, it makes sense. If you're getting paid $15 an hour and you get a 375K sub in your hand, that's crazy that person would do that.
So an employee at GameStop stole it.
That's what it looks like. I mean, I know nothing about this. I don't get wrapped up in all like the drama tube.
375,000 worth of cards. Well, why wouldn't I don't know. That doesn't sound right to me.
I was just talking to Ray this morning, Shining Cards and Collectibles, guys. Make sure to check out his Whatnot stream. He's at 12,000 followers and growing. So they do some fun stuff over there, guys. Ray, appreciate the gifted memberships, man. You know you don't have to do that, dude.
All right, so this is what I was going to tell because I didn't tell Alex this because he'll use it for his video like he always does, and he won't give me credit. So now,
dude, here you can't just say that. Name one thing. Name one thing.
I can name like 5.
All right, go.
All right, when all the mystery packs were being opened, the black and white stuff and the XY stuff, right?
I said I got that from a source.
Yeah, no.
You want me to say like ThePokePlumber told me?
No, I don't want you. I just want you to give me credit. That's it.
Yeah, you get credit for that for sure.
Okay. There's a couple.
I just never know. I never want to give like names and videos because like I don't like to like throw people like out like that. So I just say I heard from sources.
Me out. It's all good information. That's it.
All right. Yeah. Hey, ThePokePlumber told me that, guys.
And more. Anyways, I love Alex. He's one of my best friends. I'm just busting his balls. All right. So we're like seriously now for some subjects. It just popped in my head. So right now, right, with everything going crazy when it comes to surging, when it comes to prismatic, if you look over at the Japanese counterpart right now and look at Terrestrial Festival, it is still super affordable.
Does he tell you what he calls me?
That's messed up too. Yeah. Dude, he's a character. He's a character, but it made me like you more. I know you're dark and evil like me deep down. But this is what I was saying. So now when you have surging, when you have prismatic at these all-time prices, look at your Japanese counterpart right now. You can still buy Terrestrial Festival with 20 boxes for sub 1,000 a case, right? When there is going to be when there's too much hype in English, then they're like, hey, I can open the same set, right? And not everyone likes Japanese. I know Alex hates Japanese, but they still want to open the cards. Hey, where can I get the same cards for an affordable rate? And if you look at Japanese, the quality of the card is better. The hollow pattern is better. I'm an English collector, but I do appreciate Japanese. So I have a feeling we're going to see the Japanese market do a swing and start jumping all over again, because when this English product gets too expensive for newer stuff, that's when the people say, hey, Japanese is affordable and I can open the same thing. And then that's when the market shifts to Japanese. So I'm not saying the English is going to die, but I have a feeling that we're going to see English and Japanese, start going back up.
Let me throw my 2 cents in.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen that happen one time. Like, this isn't like a thing that like happens. It happened. It doesn't mean it always happens though.
Yeah, but I'm saying I think it's going to happen again.
Yeah, I mean, it could. Like, I get it. We have one historical precedence when it happened during the pandemic. It happened, but We'll see. It's interesting to look at, because here's the thing: as Japanese is doing very poorly right now, is they are massively overprinting their products. They've severely overestimated the demand because they were so used to the demand that we saw in the Japanese boom the last couple of years. And they've been putting out way too much product, and it's not getting opened or collected the same rate it used to. And so now you have all these products in the market in crazy low prices. And yeah, I mean, these newer sets are probably going to live up to the hype and do a little better. But I think they're going to have to slow down their printing a bit to come back down to meet the demand for it to really start performing better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, but I remember in the beginning of Scarlet and Violet, right? Like they were overprinting and it became so dirt cheap. But with what's it called? What's the Japanese counterpart? The dragon.
Michael says skull or cope. There it is.
Skull, baby.
Thought you quit that shit. What happened?
I know, it's fucking up my teeth again because
what are you doing?
I'm so stressed with work that it's like I need a real edge. The Zen wasn't hitting it for me. Anyways, so where I was
someone tell Plumber to keep the sauce in the bottle.
With the Paradise Dracona, whatever it's called, like that was a higher price than the prior sets, right? And it's still at a decent price. It's not like super low where you can buy them at $25, $30 a box. Like they're still up. So I'm telling you that it's gonna spill over into the Japanese market. That's just what I believe right now. I'm not saying like all the cards are going to go insane again. It's not going to be a crazy spike where it's 120 bucks. I'm saying that prices will rise, especially with Prismatic, and people are going to want to open Prismatic earlier. So I think right now is probably the perfect time to buy it because I still see it at super affordable rates.
Yeah. Hey, I want to Poke Invest, dude. No, I'm not shitting on Poke any at all. Like I'm good friends with Brian. I know his build business is Japanese, but it's really not. I mean, he's obviously does crazy good content. He's got, he does have two English distributors. So it's really not his whole business anymore, but I know it's like a majority of his business. But no, he knows I'm not like a Japanese fan, and everyone kind of knows that. Doesn't mean I'm like against people buying Japanese and enjoying it in his business. Like don't like get it twisted. Unified Mimes. Hey guys, by the way, thanks for the super chat, dude. Considering the market has changed so much, BB's under $100 at release is pretty much done for now. Yeah. How do you suggest we acquire product, mainly booster box cases from new sets moving forward? Man, honestly, if you're in any of those like alert like Discord groups that you want to pay for one of those, it might even pay off if it's not too expensive. Because like, if Safari Zone drops things, if, GameStop has drops or Pokemon Center has drops or, a Costco or a Sam's Club or Walmart or something, those drops, those are at retail. Those are probably going to end up being a lot of the best prices for a lot of products. As far as booster boxes at 100 or around there, other than Safari Zone or someone like the independent sites, like a Hills Wholesale Gaming or like, Smoke and Mirrors, Forge and Fire, Poke Nerds, like just kind of check all those independent sites. I doubt you're going to see anywhere close to that on eBay or TCG Player, though. Other than being in a distribution program, getting an alert, or like an independent site, yeah, man. I mean, I think maybe 120 might be a good price to try to pre-order things at. I don't know. It's hard to tell right now.
Like sites that I trust, if that's what you're looking for right now, Collector's Cash, Cole the Poke Hive. Danny Phantom, the Coliseum, he has pretty fair prices. Rare Candy has pretty good prices. There's a lot of pages that still have like fair prices, right?
Collector's Cash really has fair prices on new stuff.
They did in the beginning with Surging. It's probably way higher now, but in the beginning, like those are the places that I trust for pre-orders, that they're not going to cancel your pre-order. You might pay a little higher, but I know, Collector's Cash isn't going to cancel your pre-order. Pokehive's not going to cancel your pre-order. So it's just look at those pages. Like eBay, it's hard to trust unless it's like P Football Pete or if it's someone that has a big name, right? Pre-orders are just scarier than they used to be.
Dan is in the chat.
Oh, what's up, Dan? What's up, buddy? Open any more Surging cases, buddy? Or crab legs?
Crab legs or cases.
He thought his son was going to pick the crab legs, and his son chose Pokemon cards. I'm proud of his son.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I love
Yeah, I
it.
mean, P Football Pete on eBay, but I mean, even him, like, guys, here's how you think about it, right? So here's how this whole like Pokemon model works in a regular market. Okay, all the stores take way more product than they actually want, and it's to keep their relationships high with the distributors. It's to build their allocations, right? And so what they do is a lot of them put it on credit cards. Not that they don't have the money, but they throw it on a credit card. And they try to move the product as fast as possible. That's why Safari Zone and P Football Pete and these guys have super low prices. Even if they are breaking even, they're just able to move the product through their system, right? Get their capital back, and then they'll start to like kind of raise their prices along with the market. The problem now is everyone's seen Surging Sparks and everyone knows the hype behind Prismatic. So even those stores are not going to give their product away right now because they went through years now of not making money for like the first months of set releases until maybe they finally start making $5-10. And so now they're at the point where they're saying, okay, it's time to cash in. We've got our customer base and we're going to charge for it because people are going to pay it. And it's supply and demand, guys. It's economics. If there's enough customers willing to pay a certain price and you raise the price and there's still enough customers willing to pay it, you're going to keep raising the price till you find an equilibrium where people kind of stop paying for it as much. And that's going to keep happening until the hype dies down.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for them. They deserve it because how many of them have taken losses having to sell cases at, 500, 550? But I just think there's a happy medium before you price gouge everybody. Like that would be like me. Like, see, I'm very different, right? If I have an emergency on a Saturday night and the job is usually $2,000, right? I'll go there, I'll charge an emergency fee, but I'm not going to go there and say, hey, I need 4,500. I just don't believe in price gouging. There's always a happy medium. Yes, make your money, but you don't have to smoke your customers because the thing is, Pokemon's not going to be like this forever, right? So
here's the problem though, right? It's like the same conversation you have with anything. What is price gouging?
Charging quadruple retail on something that just comes out?
Right, but what I'm saying is like Prismatic Evolutions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's still paying the same amount, 31 in ETB, but then you look at the market and everyone is listed at $80. Like, is listing at $80 price gouging if everyone else is? Should you list yours at 60? It's a hard place to be.
But like, I can go based off the market and be like, Alex, screw you. I'm not giving you this cases for this price like that. I just think that's not.
Let me throw a scenario. Let me throw a scenario at you, right? Let me throw this scenario because, like, I get it. I just like there's always two sides of the story, right? It's not always the greedy.
No, but the thing
business.
Is, it's not true because I run a business. I'm super fair and I'm super busy, right?
You don't run. Your business is limited by your time. You could always hire more employees, but like when you have a limit of product, here, let me explain the scenario. You own a card shop. You get your Surging Sparks orders in. That's all you have, right? Now you have till Christmas. You're not getting any more product. You want to continue to have product on the shelf and not get sold out in one day. So you list some, it sells out immediately first day. You list some more at a higher price, sells out. More at a higher price, sells out. And now all of a sudden you found yourself selling boxes for $220 and they're still selling. Some would say you're price gouging. You're saying, hey, look, I barely have any left. I'm trying to keep product on my shelves. What do you do?
Well, it's contradicting. I mean, it's tough. It's tough.
That's what I'm saying. It's a harder conversation than just saying if your price is double MSRP or price gouging or whatever.
I don't know because I have so many friends that have businesses in this hobby, so I want to see them kill it. But I also have a lot of friends that are still fair, right? And they're killing it right now with being fair. But then you have these other people. I mean, I don't know. I still don't agree with $1,100 a case for a brand new set. I'm not going to change my mind. I told you.
Here's the thing.
I told you this was going to happen, and you said no way. You said $60. I said $100, and now you agree with me because it's happening.
I'm the one. Oh, Prismatic?
Yeah.
I was going to say I'm the one that said Surging was going to do this.
Oh no, I'm talking about Prismatic. But even you didn't think an ETB could do this coming out of the gate. Like we're not talking about a booster box. We're talking about an ETB. You know.
Next pinch is on me, Plumber. No, but dude, I just think. It's so easy to like throw stones at a business, right? Because it's just like the American.
I'm not throwing any stones.
Yeah, it's just like the American thing now. It's like it's always the big bad business, but at the same time, it's just like here's the problem, right? Hear me out. All the businesses don't price gouge. They all list their ETBs at $60.
I know.
Okay?
Then scalpers come.
Everyone buys them out and just resells them. Now you have all the resellers selling them. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
You can't like when you have a free market. When you have a free market, this is going to happen.
I mean, at the end of the day, I hate the people that say overprint everything. I hate that. But there is a lot of demand right now, and they could put out a little bit more. That's it. Like, you're giving us less surging than we did with Stellar Crown. I heard.
Wait, you can't say that. You can't say it was short printed. You're going to get clobbered on here.
No, because it's true. Because Temporal was printed lower. Temporal and Twilight were printed lower than they usually were. Then Stellar was printed lower, and then surging, the allocations were less than Stellar, and it's 100% true.
Here's the thing. I talked to you, who you have many friends that have stores distribution. They all told you it's short printed. I had live streams with Eli, who has 4 distributors. Multiple of those told him they got way less than they got of Stellar Crown booster boxes. Yeah. I talked to my new distributor. He told me the same thing. Everyone is hearing the same thing. It was short printed. Why did you have people all online trying to convince people it wasn't short printed? What's there to gain? Like, what is their reasoning for trying to lie to people?
I don't understand. I mean, it's facts. I mean, even the thing is, Rudy even gave numbers, right?
Everyone knows. It's like, and you still had people online trying to convince people it's not short printed. Don't FOMO. Like, well, who are you trying to fool?
Like, I heard a couple different things, right? Like, I know from the people that own 2 stores near me, like, I know their allocations. I'm very close with them. But when it came to booster boxes, there was way less booster boxes. Yes, they said there was a good amount of other products, right? Like, when you come to like your 3-pack blisters, your 144 count. But right. As far as booster boxes, the number of booster boxes was definitely lower. I don't even know why that turns into an argument, but it's true. I mean, we have high demand, but we just don't have enough product to even quench the demand. For every ETB right now, it's like there's 4 people that want that same ETB. It's like 4-to-1 ratio. It's scary.
I mean, dude, it all comes back. And I know people don't want to hear this because it's like beating a dead horse at this point. It all comes back to the breaking culture we're in.
Yeah, breaking culture's on fire.
Like, it's just so people don't. I think people they're uncomfortable when markets shift. That's why I took so much heat, and you did too. Back when the vintage market changed to more of a modern focused hobby. Back in 2020, 2021, and a lot of people they're still very angry about that. Me and you still get in arguments with people all the time about the whole vintage modern thing, and everyone thinks all modern is overprinted garbage and everything's overvalued. And we're going through another shift right now into a more breaking culture and how that is continuing to grow on multiple platforms, and people are selling more packs than ever. And it's removing more product in exponential rates than we've ever seen before from the market. And people just still have this belief that everyone's just got warehouses full of all this product sitting there. It's just guys, people I talk to, I'm like, they have no product. And then you say, well, do you have any for yourself? They're like, very little. And what little I have, I can't sell. I need it for my own. I need it for this. And it's no one has product.
Well, there was a good amount of product, and then everyone found out that surging wasn't coming back until February, right? And then it's they slammed on the brakes and said, I'm not selling anymore. And if I am, it's going to be $2 something a box, right? But when it comes to the vintage and modern, Watsy Hub, the biggest vintage collector, has switched to modern. He told me he's done fighting it.
Hold on, was he being sarcastic though? I can see him being sarcastic.
Him, Brian, and I, Great Never Faded, split those cases that we bought from Pokehive yesterday 3 ways. So he's grabbing 7 cases of prismatic, right? And that's it. He said he's done fighting it. He said, I watched you for years. He's like, I have no more fight in me. He's like, I believe in it. I agree.
I love hearing that. I'd love to talk Watsy Hub sometime with you. I know, because I know he's super. Obviously, his name's Watsy Hub. Yeah, I know he's super vintage. Radar says you talk to the wrong people. What's up, Radar? I want to highlight this comment. What goes up must come down, right? Because I made a video and I got heat for it, from some of the content creators I featured in it, and I didn't mean to like call people out. I was just showing. But it's like right when, the top got hit for the alt arts and they started to come down, everyone's like, they started making all these crashing videos. Alt arts crashing! And I'm like, guys, they're not going to crash. They're going to rebound. And so I wanted to highlight this comment, what goes up must come down. Let's just look, all right? Look at the Moonbryon. Here was when all the crash videos were getting made, right here. When it hit a high of about $1,000 and then crashed not even 20% down to the 800s. and now it's almost going on double that. This is the chart of what it looks like, guys. This is this time when everyone said what goes up must come down. That's how far it came down. So it's like this whole idea that just because things pump, they're all going to crash. No, they can correct. People can take profits. They can go stagnant for some time. They can come down a little bit, but it doesn't mean they're going to crash. We've seen that again and again with other cards from X, Y, and Sun and Moon, boxes from X, Y, and Sun and Moon, multiple other like sealed products and singles. And I think that's like a common misconception is everyone thinks just because things are going up, they're all going to come back down. And it's like, not to their old lows, though.
I mean, right now, I don't know. Like I said, I'm taking everything I know when it comes to Scarlet and Violet, and I'm throwing out like everything that I know from the past. I'm throwing it out the door because I don't know anything with Scarlet and Violet. There's no pattern with reprints or anything like that. I don't know. In theory, yes, all of this everything that's coming out that's still in rotation should all drop, right? It should be reprinted and it should drop. I don't know anymore. I don't want to say anything because I don't know, right? Like I'm not going to give advice that I'm not confident.
I know who knows.
Who? The Magic 8 Ball.
Should you buy Surging Sparks right now at $200? Let's see. You may rely on it. 8 Ball speaks. Buy Surging Sparks. It's going up.
Personally, for me, I'm not ripping. I don't do anything. I'm not buying any more Surging Sparks. I have my little stash, and I'm good. That's it.
Wait, hold on. When was that text? Like yesterday, the day before? Hey, Alex, I'm thinking about picking up Surging. You think this is a good price?
It's too much now. There's no point unless you're going to try to flip it quick, right? Like I said, unless you're buying a couple boxes. Like, dude, you can't tell me it's not going to be reprinted. I don't. It's too big of a set. I think we're going to see reprints of Twilight. I think we're going to see reprints of everything. It wouldn't be Pokemon if they don't.
Hold on, you think we're going to see reprints of everything?
Not everything. No, they can't do that. I think like if I was,
and that needs to be stated. Like that can't be overstated. Like people have this belief that everything gets reprinted, guys. You go back to XY, Sun, Moon, Sword, and Shield, there are sets in every single era that did not get booster box reprints. So that's one. Two, not every reprint is created equal, right? Just because you remember Chilling Reign and Fusion Strike and Battle Styles does not mean these other sets will have reprints that drop them to $80 and $90. That's two. Three, a lot of times Pokemon will reprint other products now. They'll put products into Costco or Walmart with these new collection boxes like they're doing with 151 and Crown Zenith. They'll do reprints of ETBs and like blisters and tins and collection boxes and just loose packs and other products. Like there is nothing saying they are going to reprint every booster box. So like reprints are a huge conversation that get thrown around too loosely.
Yeah. So like back then there was a rumor about Cosmic Eclipse getting reprinted on boxes, and all they did was put it in the Arceus V boxes, right? There was no booster boxes. I'm not saying every Scarlet and Violet set's going to get reprinted, but I even put a poll on my Instagram the other day. I said, is this the last 151 thing coming out in English? And 70-something% people said yes. And that was, like 200 something people said they think this is the last 151 thing. So it's going to cause more FOMO. Then that's going to be through the roof, right?
And that's the other thing. Oh, I forgot to add that in too. There's a ton of people that sit on the sidelines because they don't want to have what's called dead money sitting in an investment that's going to either go stagnant or get reprinted and go back down. So what they'll do is they'll hold all their money on the sidelines for the first year and a half. And when a restock reprint gets here and they feel that is the last one, that's when they deploy all that capital. So that's why you'll see things like Lost Origin have a dip and then go immediately back up and set an all-time high like it is now, because everyone was waiting for that to happen to throw all their money in it. So it's like, it doesn't mean it's going to crash. It doesn't mean it's going to stay down there that long. So you got to be quick if you're going to make that play.
Yeah. Like in my mind, don't like quote me on this. This is just my opinion here. Right. I think we'll see Surging. It's just too big not to have a reprint. I mean, it's so new, but yeah, definitely. We know it might be coming in February. I think Twilight was another set that did way better than they thought. I think that should have a reprint. And then I have a feeling that like this, whatever's at distribution, this might be the last of the Paradox, the last of the Obsidian Flames, and Temporal. I don't know what's going to happen with Temporal either. That might be
That's
That's
what
a
me and you both
decent
like.
play.
We're both about, and it's like it's
Yeah.
strange not seeing it perform the way I thought it would.
Yeah, I like temporal a lot. I really do. I liked it from the beginning. But my point is, I don't believe in dead money because I'm a collector and I buy all this, and it's been sitting there for how many years now? And it does its thing. Like I'd rather buy a set when it comes out because usually it's 600 or six or less when it comes out. And then even the reprints are always more than it, right? They're reprinting a decent set. It's always more on the reprint. So that's what I've always lived by.
Well, I think it's like I talked about before. Is people being too active in the hobby and they're paying attention to too short-term charts. Like they're showing like 3-6 month charts. Even a year can be short-term sometimes because it's like Lost Origin, right? It could sit there at $250 for 6 months, and then all of a sudden it could shoot to $300 in like a month. And it's like for that first like 6 months, you could say this sucks. This investment's doing nothing, and all of a sudden it shoots up, and then people will say things like, "Oh, it must be getting manipulated," or "There's a buyout going on." It's just like no. It's just how this market operates.
Yeah, I mean, dude, look at like once unified sat forever.
I was actually gonna pull. Yeah, so I'm in the process of opening some windows. Give me a second. I am gonna pull unified up.
Yeah, unified sat at 200, two something forever, and then it just once it hit like 350, then it went to 4, and then 5, and I think it's what's it at now, like 758.
So I want to actually make a point with this. Give me 1 second, because this is a point that not a lot of people. Oh wow, there's not even a Celestial Storm box left on TCG Player. Yeah, there's not even an option to click. That's crazy.
Well, Celestial didn't have a big print run, and neither did Lost Thunder.
Yeah, and that's why I was going to show everyone. So guys, there's this like belief in the Pokemon hobby because it's been like repeated by some content creators that all the best sets come at the end of the era, and those are going to be the best investments. And it's like here, Lost Thunder is $700. Celestial Storm is more than $700, right? You have Unified Minds, it's $8. You have Unbroken Bonds, $735. Like these middle era sets in Sun and Moon are performing as good or better. So when people look at these mid era sets, like the Surging, like the Temporal Forces and Paradox, it's like, well, Alex, the good sets will come later. Those are the ones to invest in. I mean, other than Team Up, Cosmic's a little ahead, but these mid era sets are doing just as good, if not better, than some of the late sets. So it's not always the case.
Are you saying Sun and Moon's mid era now?
No, like the middle of the era. Like the Lost Thunder, Celestial were mid-era. Like the tag team sets came later. It's like everyone pushes them off like, oh, all the best sets are later. Look at Sword and Shield. Silver Tempest, Lost Origin is, but like Astral, Brilliant, those aren't the best. Lost Thunder is, but Evolving came middle era. Chilling, Fusion, those were all middle era. Those are the best performers. So this weird idea that everyone came out with that like, oh, I'll wait till the end of the era to buy everything. That's so not true.
Yeah, I mean, for XY, yeah, because you had Steam Siege in the end, right? You had
exactly.
Yeah,
Phantom Forces, Ancient Origins, those were all beginning of the era.
Yeah. I mean,
so, I've always hated that like ideology people came up with and now we're finally seeing the price points reflect it because it's just not true.
Yeah, that's a good point because you hear that all the time. It's like, I think because the tag team sets were the end of the era, so that's when they started saying that. I mean, Lost Origin's great. Lost Origin is a good set, but Fusion was $80 for a long time too.
Yeah, good point too in the chat. Ultra Prism too. Yeah, Sir Manda, like Ultra Prism's doing incredibly well too.
I hated Ultra Prism. I didn't understand it. I was like, I didn't like trainers. I wanted Pokemon.
Let's check it out. I'm gonna see exactly what Ultra. Yeah, dude. So here's another example. Ultra Prism
and
doing better than Unbroken Bonds. Unbroken Bonds was one of the last sets in the era. So was Unified Minds was second to last set, I believe. This is as good or better than both of those. So it's just like,
I personally would rather open Unbroken Bonds, like,
of course,
because Unbroken Bonds was for the longest time better than Unified Minds because you had the Reshizard, the Rainbow Reshizard. I remember chasing that. That was a cool.
Yeah. By the way, I'm not like arguing in terms of like better to open and collect. I think those sets are better. I'm just saying in terms of investment, this like idea that we shouldn't buy these middle or like Paldea Evolve being a beginning era set, people always say it's going to get trumped by all the later sets. It's like, that's not necessarily true though, you know?
Go to Sean Sturges.
What's up, Sean? With all due respect, PokePlumber, should say this guy's phrase,
Ready?
Inigo Montoya from
I'll do it.
Princess Bride. My name is Inigo
No,
Montoya. You killed my father.
You're ruining it. You're ruining it. He goes, "My name is Inigo Montoya. You kill my father. Prepare to die." You never seen that?
I never watched
With
Princess
Andre
Bride.
the Giant?
I've never watched it.
Oh, it's such a classic, dude.
Hold on, do it again. Do it again.
No, I'm not doing it again. You get one and done, bro.
We gotta clip farm it.
No. No. Oh, that's funny. It's a great movie. Classic.
But no, man, I think that's like a big.
Yeah, Forbidden Light.
I'm sure you saw it. I know on YouTube.
Forbidden Light. Someone said Forbidden Light was a shocker. That set, the most expensive card is an energy, right? A gold energy.
I think it is the Greninja.
So that means the Greninja went up because
or the Lucario or the Lucario Rainbow.
But like, I could have bought Forbidden Light, for what was it, 1,500 a case? That wasn't even long ago.
All right, so the box. Oh my gosh, is that real?
Oh my, oh man. I'm looking at Poké Data right now.
Last sold 575, lowest listed is 625. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. Yeah, this is the best cards, Lucario Rainbow, and then the Greninja Rainbow, and then it's like the trainer, the energy recycler. Like that's the set.
Hold on, go to here, I'll just do it.
Here's the issue, right? I don't trust those third-party sites.
What, Poké Data?
Poké Data, what's the other one? Alt. I don't trust any of those.
It wasn't like that, but yes, now it's the Lucario, the Greninja, and then the energy. It's the gold energy. But
I've caught like Alt and Poké Data being so far off before that I just go straight to the sources now. I look at eBay TCG Player again because the way they compile their data is just they need to figure out a better way to do it to make it more accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, they're trying. I like it. Like it's definitely a step in the right direction, but you can't just when people will try to send you like when they're trying to like sell you their collections, they'll send you like, or buy from you. They'll send you alt prices and you're just like, dude, this is so far off. I can't do that,
Yeah. Yeah.
But I get it. We got to try to evolve the hobby. It makes sense. But yeah, I mean, so like going forward, guys, like
just go buy it.
There could be sets right now out. Like one of these sets right now, Surging, Twilight, maybe some of these sets could be some of the top performers in the entire era in the years to come. Like, and maybe it isn't Team Rocket. Maybe it isn't the last 3-4 sets. You don't know.
Surging Sparks just really is that dog. Like you don't know.
Here's the problem. Like everyone is always so quick to be negative, right? Everyone wants. I've seen multiple comparisons to Vivid Voltage. I have not seen one person compare it to Team Up. Why not? They're both Pikachus.
I wouldn't compare it to Team Up. Team Up is just
I'm just saying, it's like they're both Pikachus. Why does it have to be compared to like one of the worst performing sets? Why can't we compare it to a great performing set?
What Pikachu are you comparing to Team Up? The Pikachu Zekrom?
Well, that's like what the whole like box art was, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't have like a Pikachu chase in it.
No, I guess it's not a Pikachu it has a Pikachu
like
chase.
That cool card was in the tins, like the Venusaur. I think it was Venusaur. Was it Snipe? No, Celebi.
And I mean, it technically has a Pikachu chase. Like it has a rainbow and a full art. It just ended up not being the most sought after in the set. But it was Pikachu. It was on the box art. So
yeah, I mean, for me, just evolving and Team Up I at this point I really think like evolving is just going to do Team Up things because you have the demand. Like even though the Team Up supply was lower, you didn't have that many people opening Team Up, so they don't have the nostalgia for it. So I think Evolving Skies is really going to perform. I think Evolving Skies, there's no stopping it. It's so good.
There's 8 boxes left before it's $1,000 on TCG.
Well, that's the thing is like everyone's trying to compare Prismatic to Evolving Skies, and I think they missed out. So I really think a lot of people missed out on Evolving Skies. So they really want Prismatic to be the next Evolving Skies, even though it's an ETB. But to me, I mean, we still don't know everything that's in Prismatic or terrestrial festival yet, right? We don't know it. They could come out with even cooler stuff, right? But I'm not.
What's your opinion on it?
I think the arts, like some of them are cool. I think I like the Glaceon or the Leafeon or the Sylveon. Like there's nice cards, But
All the eons.
I don't like the rainbow borders, man. I told you this when I
Dude,
first opened Stellar. I don't like the rainbow borders.
I actually had a pretty my take ended up being a hot take. Everyone in my Discord basically disagreed with me, but I was just like, are these new rainbows even better than the old rainbows?
No, at least these have, I don't know, because the Charizard, like,
they're going in my opinion, they're going the wrong direction. Like alt arts, SIR is great. Like going to this like rainbow and like even the Pikachu from Surging, like making it in that rainbow. Like,
hold on, let me find a card.
I think we're going the wrong direction.
I wish they okay, I think I do have it right here. So I'm going to show you guys. I wish the borders were like this. So see, with this card, the borders are way better than the other borders around those cards. Like at least they shine and they pop. With the ones that are like on the Lapras, they don't pop. And I'm like, they could make a normal, EX pop, but they can't make, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm sure the arts are beautiful. They're nice. I don't see it being an Evolving Skies. I just think the hype is gonna hype. I'm trying to find one of those cards.
We definitely got the chat divided. So, rainbow borders are nice. New rainbows are much better. I showed my wife and kids Umbreon from PE, and they like it better than the Moonbreon. But then we have other people saying we are definitely going in the wrong direction. The rainbow borders, I don't mind. It's the crowns. Crowns are no bueno. I never liked them. No, I guess most people like the rainbow. Most people like the rainbow, just not the crowns, I guess.
I mean, I like the Greninja. I'm not going to say I hate that. Like, I like the Greninja from Twilight. I don't hate on them. I'm not the biggest fan of those borders. That's it. I think the arts are beautiful. Alex, this is the only time I'm going to disagree with you. I'd rather have these rainbow borders with the nice art than a full rainbow.
Yeah. I mean, I probably would too. I like Temporal. I love like that, the Raging Bull, the Iron Crown, like these awesome arts they were making. And like, then going, even like the IRs, like the Groudons, the Tyrannitars, the Magic, like they're making such great art. And I feel like we're going backwards into more of this, like, I don't even know, like this artwork where like they all kind of like match. I don't like that. Like it's all the same, just different artworks, but all that same border, same like texture. It's like, I don't know. It just seems like they should get more unique and less trying to like copy paste a new Pokemon on the same exact, card.
All right, here we go.
I don't know. We've lost Nick, those guys.
No, I was grabbing this, right, so I could show you guys. All right.
He's just pulling cards out of his ass right now. Just like, yeah. I have tens of thousands of dollars of singles sitting here. Hold on.
All right. So it might be hard to see on camera. So with this, right, the rainbow border pops, but like, look, it's too flat. Like I prefer the border on this. If they could make the border on this, I think it would be a little bit better. That's it. I just wish it wasn't as flat. That's it. Very simple. I mean, like I said, we still don't know what else is in Prismatic. Maybe Pokemon's not letting us know because they know it's going to go even crazier. Like they might have some even cooler stuff up their sleeve. You never know.
Wow, dude, you're getting some heat. You're getting flamed a bit in the chat.
It's all right. It's my opinion. I mean, I'm still going to buy it, Oh,
man. I don't know, dude. This hobby's just crazy right now. Like what are you doing right now in the hobby? Like you said, you're just kind of like turned off to the fact of paying like this far over MSRP. Like where are your dollars being spent right now?
I mean, you know where they're being spent.
I know, but they don't.
Oh,
come on, dude! I'm trying to run a show here.
Paradox. I like Paradox. I just grabbed a couple cases of Brilliant. I grabbed 4 cases of Silver. I like Temporal a lot still. And I have a good amount of Twilight. I have a good amount of Surging, but I wouldn't mind a reprint. I'd grab a little more Twilight. I'd grab a little more Temporal. Like they're still those. Temporal had so much hate, but I just thought it was such a stacked set.
I know Pokeani's with you. He has picked up a ton of Paradox.
I know. I saw that. He's got a good amount. Yeah.
Hey guys, if you guys want us to answer like any serious questions, leave them in the chat. I will ask you something though. All right. So we talk about this sometimes, but What do you? Because I know Rudy always talks like like, hey, it's not too late to buy these sets to $250. At what point do you think on some of these Sword and Shield sets where it does like end up not making sense again? Like it made sense in the beginning, made sense in the reprints and at certain price points. Then it made a lot more sense to buy Scarlet Violet. Now some of these new sets are too expensive, so you're like buying some of these Sword and Shield sets before they go on another boom. At what point do you think it stops making sense to buy these? Like we're seeing Fusion and Lost and Chilling's catching up to like 250 a box. Like Evolving Skies is getting in the 900s. Like at what point do you say it makes sense to go back to Scarlet Violet again?
Dude, you're asking the wrong person.
Like, just your opinion, dude.
Guys, I still buy cosmic cases, like I also have a lot, and I try to dollar cost average. I mean, at the end of the day, I love it all. I'm a collector. I'm very fortunate to be in a position where I can do that, right? Like team up. I think team up's at the point. It all depends on how much money you have to play in this hobby, right? Like I think at this point, team up's at the part where I don't want to get a case of team up. That's just too crazy to me. I'm trying to think of like the average person. I mean, I would say like 500 done. Like I'm broken. I said like 500 and I was done. So 500 could be like a happy medium depending on the set. Because I still think, look, I bought more Unbroken at 500 and now it's at 750. So it still worked out. And that wasn't even that long ago, but now I have a lot of Unbroken.
Yeah, I mean, I think what it comes down to, guy, for me at least, it's just this is the hardest part about this is like there's no like perfect number, there's no perfect like science to this. Unfortunately, a lot of this market goes off feel and it comes up with experience. It's just like any price point can make sense in any different type of market, right? Like XY products. Like me and Nick talked really, what was it, like earlier this year or last year, like about picking up XY?
August, you and I told you, I said, Alex,
it was before August. It was a while.
I'm saying when I really went into it, I said,
yeah.
XY.
So we were kind of on the XY play early, and it's like at face value,
dude. That's like 2 years ago. I thought you meant like when I grabbed more.
Yeah, but
we've been XY since day one, man. I love XY.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, like recently though, like at face value, looking at sets, you could say, well, hey, some of these sets are already, $400, $500, $600, $700. They must be overpriced already. And it's just like, that's why it doesn't make sense, because looking at the way the market was heading and like then the mega thing got released and like I could see the surging up of like, you started to see more and more of the cards and products disappear and less available. Like you got that feeling that it was about to go through a run. Same thing with Sun and Moon. And so it's like, it made sense to pick those boxes up at $400, $500, $600, $700 again. And we both did very well on the stuff we bought. And the same thing can be said for Sword and Shield. Like, I feel like in this time period, with the alt art swelling up again and like money moving back because some stuff in SV is getting too expensive, it makes sense to buy. Now, there'll be another time in history, in like the future, where it might make sense to not buy Sword and Shield for a time period and more sense to buy newer things. So it's like, it's always shifting.
Well, I'll show you when it's underpriced, right? So March 24th, 2022, Fates Collide was $279. I bought it at $279. So sometimes you can look at a set and say, hey, at the time, what was it, like 8 years ago? 8 years old at the time. And I'm like, this box has a beautiful Alakazam. That card has an Umbreon in the background, Lugia in the background. It has an awesome Umbreon full art, an awesome Alakazam full art. I said, this is a no-brainer at $279 still. Right, it took like Fates Collide took the longest to go. It was $80, then $100. But like, you'll know if we're talking 4 years from now, and Brilliant Stars is sitting at $249. It's like you'll have that feel. You'll look at a set and say, "Hey, this is what's in the set," and I feel like this is very underpriced. Right. I think it's just time in the hobby, and you can look at, everything in the grand scheme of things, and you could sense what's underpriced. Ancient Origins at $500 was super underpriced to me, right? I still think it finally got a little love, but when Ancient Origins was at $900 recently, I said, dude, this is like the second or third best set in XY era alone. Like, I felt like it was underpriced. If freaking Flashfire can be $3,000, why can't Ancient Origins even be half of that? That's just how I felt. That's how it's just time in the hobby, and you overlook everything, and you'll be able to tell.
No, I agree. I mean, it's just like kind of how I feel like right now with these middle sets in Scarlet Violet. Like all those feel undervalued to me. Temporal, Paradox. I mean, I get Stellar Crown. I get it. It's definitely a weaker set. SV base is a weaker set, but like someone asking the questions. Let's see. You said like with Obsidian Flames and Paldea coming to market, will these prices come down or is it too hot? Here's the thing about the reprints, right? Not all reprints are created equal. Very little of that stuff came. Like it's not like people are getting large amounts. A lot of the distributors are releasing it in bundles where you have to like bundle with other products, which is going to keep the prices higher. And they're just not getting a lot. So no, I don't think it's going to affect it a lot. But yeah, even like Obsidian Flames, Paldea, even at Paldea's price it is now, I think it could be a good pickup. Like I think the entire Scarlet Violet era is going to perform better and faster than Sword and Shield did.
I mean, if they keep the prints like this, yeah. I mean, Radar said I'm getting my info from the wrong source, but I don't know if I am.
He could have been joking. I think he might be friends with Watsy Hub.
Oh,
he could have been being sarcastic.
No, it just I don't. It depends on the print runs, right? Like right now, to me, in the beginning of Scarlet Violet, yes, there was more than Sword and Shield, but now like that were like the last 3-4 sets. I don't know. I honestly don't know the numbers.
It's so hard online because like you never know if someone's being serious or being sarcastic in the chat. Like it's so hard to get a sense of things.
He has something I want though. Radar has a MLB Showdown box from 2001 that I really want. I have the 2001, but he said he had like a first edition one. I looked. I thought I had first edition. I only have unlimited, but MLB it was a card game with baseball cards, right? And you'd have like Barry Bonds and you roll it and it would be like 16 to 20 to hit. Oh yeah. To hit a home run. Like it was so much fun. And it was like an East Coast thing. It was a lot of fun. Brian's,
Hold on. Anthony M. What's up, dude? Thanks for the super chat. How much do you think Prismatic will be at release? PokePlumber, what's the most you'll pay for an ETB case of Prismatic? That's a great question, Anthony.
Okay. So at release, the way it looks right now, I mean, I've seen pre-orders go from 40 to 50 to 60. Now they're even higher. Anthony, it really depends on how much we get. Like we might get lucky and Target might be stacked with them. And what do they go for a Target? $49.99?
Either that or $54.99. I can't remember if they upped the price.
Yeah. So, and I know GameStop, I think GameStop had them for $44.99. No?
On pre-order, maybe.
Yeah. Cause I pre-ordered those. I mean, I'd like to be in that ballpark. I
come on, dude. Stop.
I mean, I still have a couple connections, so we'll see what happens with them. I mean, you'll know first.
Yeah.
But
the same connections that we got all this urging from?
In my defense, 2 of them came through for me. Okay. So at 2 out of 10, not bad. We're batting 200. But
hey, batting 1 more would get you in the majors.
Yeah, right.
All you had to get to 3 out of 10, you'd have a major league batting average. 2 out of 10 though, you're like AA. But isn't that crazy how easy that is to like?
What it looks like right now, like for your normal person that doesn't have connections, 80 to 110 right now, 70 to 110 if you don't have connections.
Man, you are very I like that. I like how optimistic you are.
I don't know.
Anthony, if you want my opinion, I think it's going to be 120 plus.
Anthony, I've had messages from people. See, I don't want to like blow it up either, but I've had people say like,
don't worry, I can make a video tomorrow and blow it up.
Like it could potentially nothing changes and we're getting the same product, but people are making money off of it, right? Like that could be the difference too. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm praying that there's just so much on the market that Pokemon says we're not going to let it happen, and we see $70 ETBs. It could be 110 at the worst, but I don't want to. He's asking what I want to pay. I don't want to pay.
No. He asked what you think it's going to be at release too, though.
Yeah, I mean, and I said 70 to 110.
Okay, and then you want to pay 60 or less.
Yes.
Okay. Anthony, I'm going to say 120 plus, and then what I want to pay, honestly, we're getting to the point now where I'd probably pay anything under 80 is probably where I'll end up being.
Because of people like him, now I'm going to have to pay more. If everyone was cheap like me, we'd be getting.
Dude, it's just here. It's just like, it's just being honest though. Like you and I both know a lot of the same people. Like, dude, everyone, here's the thing. Every person out there who owns a card shop or has distribution is putting in orders for this set. Even the ones that normally don't order Pokemon and the ones that even do it a little bit, they're putting in massive orders. So no one's going to get as much as they want. Everyone's going to be short on it. It is going to be one of the most open sets ever. Like the people who do have it, they're not going to want to let it go. They're going to want to hold it and then like slowly release it as the market rises. I mean, Pokeani said it, like these stores, you're not going to blow these out on pre-orders. You're not going to sell them because even if you do list a pre-order and it's too high, you're going to take heat from all your customers saying you're gouging them. And so it's just like, it's just all going to add up to an insanely crazy price point. And it doesn't matter what someone like me says, it's going to happen organically. Sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
We'll see.
Sorry.
We'll see.
Just the way you look at me, like, dude, you hate every word I'm saying, but you just sit there.
Dude, it's just so opening a pack at $11. Like that's not supposed to happen. A new set isn't supposed to be $11 a pack.
Sean, appreciate the super chat again, dude.
If it's 11 a pack, and say you want to open a case of booster boxes, right? Like you want to open 36 packs of it, that's going to cost you $396 to open 36 packs. Like think about
so
that. That's a $400 booster box on release. That's
here. I also want to say something too. I don't like this either. Like as someone who does live streams, rip pack breaks, I want the packs to be cheap for people, right? I want more people to be able to open packs. Like I don't care. Here's the thing, guys. It's the same for me either way. If the packs, I'm going to make a little margin, but everyone knows margins on pack breaks aren't great. Anyone who does this would tell you that. So it's like, if the packs are 11, I'm selling for 12, or the packs are, $3, I'm selling for 4. It's the same thing. And so it's like, I'd much rather than be cheaper and people will be able to buy more packs. It sucks either way. So I don't want this to happen. I'm just telling you what I think's going to happen.
But that's like Surgeon coming out at $400 instantly, right? Like if you do the math that way, that's a $400 booster box.
It sucks. I agree.
That'd be like opening, no, Lost Thunder was 400. Now it's 7. I don't even know what to compare it to.
And I'm not in a spot where I can get unlimited product. Like I just got distribution. I'm in Eli's program, but it's like, I'm not going to have a ton of this stuff. I have no reason to pump it up. I'm not going to make a ton of money. I'm going to be buying off the open market. Like I said, probably around $70, $80 in ETB at this point. And so I hate this too.
New boot goofing. I love new boot goofing, but I don't wear shoes in my house, so the boots are on the porch right now.
He's too bougie, guys. Come on, he's moving up in the world.
I don't like shoes in the house. It's gross. But new boot goofing, and then he does the little.
I can't wait till I can't wait till I come out there. I'm just gonna walk in your house with like some muddy shoes on.
Dude, my son crawls on that floor. I yell at my mom. She wore shoes in the house. I'm like, what are you doing? Because my son, like, he just rolls, right? That's all he does right now is roll. He's only 4 months, but he like puts his mouth on the ground and like he has a baby mat or whatever, but he'll get off of it and like put his face on the rug. So if people walk down shoes, that's like him putting his face on it. So that's why I don't like shoes.
No, it makes sense.
All about the kids.
All about the kids, man. Poke department store. As you collect more stuff, you start collecting a non-official Pokemon stuff. I think it's cool for like art or like other like little tchotchkes or whatever like you want to do. But I mean, especially like plushies, they're way cheaper, things like that. But cards, I don't get into the fake cards. Buy you, man, anything?
Non-official Pokemon stuff?
Yeah, like any Instagram or what is it? Posh or not Poshmark or any of those types of places like people make.
Oh, well,
TikTok shop.
Watsy Hub got me these, and these aren't like Pokemon product, but I think they're really cool.
Those aren't Pokemon product?
No.
Dude, those look perfect.
Yeah, someone 3D printed them, and Dom got.
Yeah. So to answer your question, I would definitely buy those.
Yeah, like those are really cool.
Yeah, I always see it like the Collecticons. They always have those awesome like those displays. Like they like spin and light up, and they got like the Pokemon on them. Who made you that?
My brother-in-law, for like his groomsmen. How cool is that?
I love it.
Oh, hold on. I have more non-Pokemon product right here. My wife got me these.
There you go. He gets all kinds of non-official Pokemon products.
No, those are like the only things that I have that are non-official Pokemon product.
Within reaching distance.
Yeah, no.
Let's see. Here's a question in all caps. Do you think Prismatic Poster and Blister Rises also 100% when released? Yeah, I think it's just going to be a race to get packs, especially for pack rippers.
Anything that has the packs in it is just going to go crazy.
I will say one thing. All right, let's talk about some products, actually. The mini tins and the mystery box. I think those two are going to actually have better margins than the ETBs.
But the thing is, right? I'm going to read something to you. For the prismatic, I'm assuming everything should be good. However, the surprise box and booster bundles are unknowns right now. Booster bundles, I typically receive low allocations on those. So if that helps at all. So it's going to be like, but the thing is, like, that product's going to be way less than the ETBs. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, either way, I think like those are going to be some of the highest margin products. Those tins are super collectible. I mean, I guess I don't know if you've seen the pre-orders. Have you seen them, Nick?
For what?
Dude, your mouth's gonna drop. All right, I'm gonna pull it up on screen. You're probably gonna lose your mind when you see this.
It's gonna make me sick.
So by the way, guys, at distribution, these tins are like $50-something a display. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's what they're listed at. Oh yes, and they are selling. And that's Rip and Ship Arena. Usually people find deals from Rip and Ship Arena. $280 for the mini tins because they have all the evolutions on them. So I think that product is going to be extremely hard to find and crazy. And then this mystery box, guys, these mystery boxes, these are $22.99 retail. These are like $13 at distributors. All right.
Do you want to know the craziest thing?
RV4X.
I have one from every set that they do these, right? Like I even have the what is it? I have like every one of them, right?
Yeah.
But this is my favorite one because it has like Gen 1, Gen 2. Like I love this.
Yeah, celebrations.
Yeah. And I always get one of them, right? Always. And you're telling me that they're selling that much right off the bat?
Well, and then the mystery box too, 61, which is like over 4 times the distro price. It's over like, it's like what? Almost, 2 times MSRP about.
I have 3 of those coming.
And so like those 2 products are probably gonna be the craziest because those stamps, guys, I don't get the stamps. Nick, what's your opinion on stamps? I don't get it.
I think stamps are cool on like the reverses in the EX era. Like I love the stamps.
Yeah, okay, like mid-era stuff, stamps, I get it, but like, man, like why are we supposed to care about all these stamps? Like there's a GameStop stamp, a 7-Eleven stamp, a Best Buy stamp, a Pokemon Center stamp. It's like, why does putting a stamp on a card make it so much more desirable?
So personally for me, if I had to pick any stamp, it would be the Pokemon Center stamp, right? With the Scarlet and Violet ETBs. Like I do like that stamp. It's Pokemon Center. It's cool, but I don't care.
But people do.
I know. Good for them. It's just it's not for me, right? Like it's just not for me. Like I said, I like the Pokemon Center one, but I know there's GameStop didn't Best Buy have one?
Yeah.
It's just because it makes it different. It makes it special, and people like chasing special things. And I mean, it's just personally not for me. That's it. I don't know. I don't know what it is because I don't like it. Like I like it on reverses on the older cards. But like Snorlax, isn't the Snorlax from 151? How much is that with the?
Well, stamps? I think a lot of those reverses with the stamps back then are more desirable than the regular hollows.
Yeah. I do like those. I agree with that. Right. I think the reverses are awesome with the stamps.
Yeah.
But
like nowadays where it's literally the exact.
I don't care if it says GameStop on it, but I like when it said like it. It's just Holland Phantoms. Like that's awesome to me.
Yeah, like it started out with the whole staff thing. Everyone had to have a staff pre-release.
Promos. Yeah, I had the Evolution staff Charizard.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Didn't I send you a picture of like 5 of them?
Did you grade them?
No. they none of them would have hit a 10.
You don't know that.
Bro, none of maybe one
But they
would
could have hit a CGC pristine.
money, baby. That's money.
Hold on, Pokey, he said stores are gonna hold this shit just like Japanese suppliers hold their 151. Customers don't manipulate the market as much as stores do. Y'all just don't know it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's 100% on, dude.
Yeah, I 1,000% on. You know, yeah.
Here's the problem: you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So what do? Blow out your product for pennies on the dollar from what everyone else is selling for, just to say you're like a good store that doesn't gouge, and then like make way less than everybody? Or do you list it high like everyone else is and get reamed for like overcharging and gouging people? Or special option number 3, do you just not list it and hold it and then just like slowly release some on the market with, and maybe like once the market goes crazy and they're like 120 a box, you say, hey, I'm gonna run a special, I'll sell it for 110. And then everyone loves you. Like, oh, he's giving a deal. And you're just like, oh, these people. You're just shaking your head like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like if you sell it at release at 110, terrible. But if you sell it like 3 weeks after release when everyone else is 120, 125 and you're at 110, everyone loves you.
Yeah, dude, the craziest thing is like when I got surging, I was like, oh, I'll recoup a little bit and I'll sell like 2 cases at like 750. And like I got ripped apart for putting them at 750, even though like I paid more. And it was like, and thank God I took them down. You know, it was like people ripped on me for it, but
Everyone forgets, man, over time.
yeah.
Emily's Poke Adventures, thanks for the super chat as well. I think Team Rocket Set will calm the storm. And Prismatic will come down for a bit because the focus will shift a bit.
Like, oh, she's saying like everyone will focus on Team Up and calm Prismatic down. Okay, I thought she meant like people weren't going to be thinking about I laughed too hard. I misinterpreted it. I'm sorry.
Emily, feel free to leave some dirty comments to PokePlumber for that.
I deserve it.
I deserve that one.
No, I understand what you're saying. She's like, but we're not going to see anything from Team Rocket because that's not the set that comes out. There's going to be another set that comes out before Team Rocket. So I don't know. I'm sorry, I misinterpreted. I thought you meant like people were going to be like calm about Team Rocket, and I was like, there's no way. But no, I understand that math. Like maybe I don't, but it's not Team Rocket that's next. It's that other set, no?
Apparently.
Yeah. So I mean that other set could be like awesome as well. I mean Eevees, the powers of the evolutions, it's too strong. It's like how Charizard was to me, right? Now nobody likes Charizard and it's all evolutions.
Yeah. It's so strange, especially, dude, seeing the Bubble Mew past the Charizard is I don't think people like.
I love that card though.
It's kind of like historical. Like that's pretty crazy.
Everyone got burnt out with the Charizards, unfortunately.
I mean, the only other time I can think of that happening is Unbroken Bonds.
What, with the Reshizard?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the Reshizard. Oh yeah, because what took over? The Sylveon and Gardevoir.
Yeah, so this is like one of the only other sets where a Charizard actually got eclipsed by another Pokemon. And again, it was an evolution. So again, that's like every other set, it has a Charizard in it. The Charizard's the top Pokemon. So it's kind of crazy to see the evolutions gain more popularity than even Charizard. That's the second time now. You can't deny it now, right? Like,
I'm sorry again, Emily. I just misread that. That's my fault. I'm an idiot. I do apologize.
All right. Alex, my understanding is that you buy all sets at release as part of your investing strategy. Do you increase your position on certain sets based on market reception? If so, how do you navigate that? Based on market reception? I base it more on like my own feeling, I guess, about the sets. I mean, yeah, I guess you can call it market reception. Yeah.
Tell them what we do with every set. We have a happy price, a happy medium, like amount of cases, whether we know it's good or bad. Like,
yeah,
Alex,
I guess it is market reception now that I think about it. Like, yeah, I mean, like here, Paldea Evolved, right? I felt like it was very underpriced. I felt like it was a great set, so I picked up a lot of it when it was in the 80s and 90s. Paradox Rift right now, like Pokey NE's picking it up, Nick's picking it up, I'm picking it up. I think it's really underpriced for how good of a set it is. Like, so yeah, I guess you could call that market reception. If it's not receiving it well and I think it's underpriced, I pick it up. As far as like the sets that are received well, I don't really go heavier because I feel like there might be a better chance of those getting reprinted to pick them up later. So like, I wouldn't say, I'm definitely not heavier in Twilight, and I'm definitely probably going to end up not as heavy in Surging Sparks, especially if it continues to go. I probably will take some profits when it hits the 250s, 300s. So, yeah, man, it's all a feel thing for me. I wish I had a better answer. Do you have an answer for that at all? Like, it's just such you go a feeling too, right?
I mean, I do the same thing every time though, right? Like every set I want to have, because we did discuss this. Like if the set's going to be decent, we'd like to have at least 10 cases of it, right? And then depending on the reprint, then we get more if it's a better set. So, I mean, if we have that opinion, others are going to most likely have the opinion. And yeah, I think that's just basically what I do with every set though. Sometimes the sets get crazy.
So Brian needs a gun to his head to ever start a brick and mortar. So my question is, does anyone in here live in Nebraska and have a gun? We could actually force Brian to open a brick and mortar today.
Brian, I have a brick and mortar for you in New Jersey. You can have it tomorrow.
What the hell? You offered me that. Look at this dude.
He won't move to Jersey.
Look at this dude.
He won't move to Jersey. I gave him the chance.
The last podcast, indeed. We only made it to 2. We only made it to number 2. We suck. Wait, someone. Oh, here's Pokebeard said Target and Prismatic ETBs pre-orders for $54.99 this morning for about 25 minutes. So $54.99 is the price.
$54.99 is the price.
That is the Target price. Wow, I'm behind. I'm like 10 minutes behind in the chat. Hold on, guys. See what I got in here. You see any questions?
A guy said Dar. He said this PokePlumber guy. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess we haven't talked about the reverse master balls much.
That's gonna be insane too.
Yeah, we haven't even talked to that part. Like, dude, that's
do you
another
think
thing I didn't add.
Do you think it's gonna be one every ETB or one like in a case?
Ooh, one a case of ETB. Yeah, it can't be in every ETB. That would be. You know what though? It wouldn't surprise me if English did that because they just don't like making things as rare. I don't know. I could see it happening. It wouldn't surprise me. It should be one a case.
Yeah, but like in Japanese 151, it's one every box.
One every box of 24.
No, one every like in one box of 151
of 24 packs though, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like boxes in a case.
One ETB, maybe a couple a case. Then I don't know.
That's another thing. Is it going to be one at ETB or is it going to be one a case? Because then it's going to be insane.
If Nostalgianomics made a stamped card, you know it's going to be a bloodbath getting one.
Oh my goodness.
I need to have someone. I need to like get a bunch of copies of something and just send it to somebody to stamp them, sell them off, and then I'll serialize them. Because you guys already know I'm a fan of serialization. I think we need that in the hobby, and I'm crossing my fingers it's going to reach us one day. Slim Bumpkin. In other words, regular collectors are screwed. Here's the thing: regular collectors that want to like follow the herd, but it's just like, dude, some of these cards in like, SV Base, Paldea, Obsidian, Paradox, Temporal, like they are cheaper than ever. I mean, we can just look at some of them. Like here, let's go to SV Base real quick. Let's take a look real quick. All right. Let's go ahead. We'll sort it by cards. These are some amazing cards. Look, Miriam's $22, $30 for a Gardevoir. And then you start going down the list. These are like teens.
Dude,
you get into like under $10.
That's a play. That's a play.
And every set is like, I know Paradox cards are extremely cheap as well. Hold on.
Dude, I have my glasses appointment on Monday. I can't see.
So Paradox, like you got the Altaria, $28, the Garchomp, $19. You got all these cards, these great Tapu Koko's down to $13. So
And that card's
honestly,
beautiful.
on the contrary, I actually think it's a better market right now for collectors because all the money's being focused on the new stuff. Just go back a few sets and start collecting all the stuff that you want. These great artworks, these great cards for pennies on the dollar of what they cost like 6 months ago. That's my advice to collectors out there.
Guys, out of all the binders that I have, this is my favorite binder in my collection right now.
That Paradox?
With all the illustration rares, and they're all for the most part, they're all affordable. Like the Twilight ones, like, dude, we're talking about Paradox. Look at I don't know. I just think there's Scarlet Violet might go down as one of the best errors ever. Dude, the illustration rares really are something else.
Just casually pulls out a binder worth thousands.
That's my PC, bro. It's so nice, but look how beautiful. Like, this is the thing. You and I said this in the beginning. Scarlet and Violet really might go down as one of the best errors.
It will. So far it is.
Like, I like the illustration rares so much more than the trainer galleries from, the end of Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield.
I have to do that. Like, hold on.
Dude, I didn't know how cheap some of those cards are. Like the Galioso pod, is going to be, like, that's only $8. I'm going to go buy that right now. Like, now I want to pack this binder even more. I had no idea it was that cheap. $8 for an SIR? Come on.
I just blew a card up. Alex manipulating the market again. So here's the thing. I just want to show things like this, right? Like, because you like this set, so that's why I wanted to call this set out. Because I'm not trying to like talk trash or nothing, but like, think about this. Dragons Exalted.
I love
this. This is a set that's liked by a lot of people, especially like mid-era collectors, black and white. Look at what you get in like some of these older sets. Look at this. You get a full art Rayquaza, Ho-Oh, Mew, Giratina. I mean, this is it. This is the set.
Yeah, but look at the box.
I get it, but what I'm saying is the cards, like, dude. What I mean is the sets
the
now.
Rayquaza in a 10 is also $5,000.
Dude, I'm not talking about value. I'm saying like when you look at we're talking about collectors right now. When you look at this set, and then when you compare it to some of the sets I was just saying, it's not even on the same playing field.
Oh no, not at all.
And even XY gets a little better, and then but it's just like, dude, the playing field we're on right now is like crap sets in Scarlet and Violet would blow away like some of the best sets in some of the eras past.
Like, go to Twilight on there. Go to Twilight real quick, because I think this is one of my favorite set with all the illustration rares. Like, I think it has the best illustration rares. Yeah, like compare that Dragons Exalted and then look at, like, you have the Eevee, the Blood Moon Ursaluna.
I mean, you already have better hits in the first two lines.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it just keeps going. You got the Tatsugiri, the Chansey, the Infernape. I mean,
the Growlithe.
It just has pages and pages worth of awesome artwork.
Yeah, that puts it into perspective. I thought you were about to hate on Dragons Exalted. I was not.
No, it's not. I just picked that set because it's like a better set. Like, dude, we don't want to look at black and white base. It's got like two full arts.
It has two full arts. It has the Secret Rare Pikachu. It has 3 cards in it that are good.
Here, if you want to, let's pick on like. Okay, this is probably one of my like more favorite sets from like pre XY. It's in my opinion the best set in the era. You know what it is in black and white. Legendary Treasures. Definitely the best set in the era, I would say. I mean, even Legendary Treasures fall short of these newer sets. Look, that's it. That's Legendary Treasures, guys. And obviously it's got the Radiant Collection with a bunch of that awesome reverse hollow like artwork, so that's cool too. But these are the main hits in the entire set. And then we'll just go look at Paldea Evolved. Like, compare those two. Look at that. Compare that.
Yeah, it's kind of wild, huh?
And this is like what people aren't understanding is like, I understand the value will always be there with vintage and mid-era and these older sets because of the scarcity and the collectability and like the low, like how rare the cards are, the population reports. But in terms of overall collectability, it's not even a competition. Like, these sets now, if these were printed back then, like those would be like $200,000 booster boxes.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that with everything. You can do that with Diamond and Pearl. You can do that with Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Like, they're just not as deep. And like, think about this. Like, these cards 20 years from now. I mean, and Scarlet and Violet's so much fun to open because you're pulling usually at least 2 illustration rares, an SIR, most like 1 out of every 3.
Man, when I open like XY Sun and Moon Sword and Shield on the channel,
It hurts.
it's so devastating because people get crushed. And I'm like, dude, can we please get back to like at least Crown Zenith or Scarlet and Violet, because we are getting murdered right now with these pull rates.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of fun to open. I think long term, I think Scarlet and Violet does very well. So good.
Yeah, they figured out a way, especially with the newer sets, like when they started up the pull rates with like Temporal and Twilight and Stellar and Surging. They finally found a way to make sure you're getting enough pulls to make it fun, like of the lower stuff, but they made the harder ones hard enough to get the whole
I think
value.
it's perfect right now. I like this. I think it's perfect. Even though I'm losing my mind chasing that Pikachu, it's literally perfect.
Because you get so much along the way, so much value.
Like, I pulled how many Latioses, how many Latiases? Like, I pulled so many good cards, but just no Pikachu. And then you have like, now you have these trainers, like the alt art of the trainer too on top of it, which is pretty cool.
Ooh, here, I'm gonna let you answer this question because I took probably the most heat from everybody when I was making my my Stellar Crown videos. He probably gave me the most heat out of anybody, even like my worst haters in the comment section. So when you say that Paradox is a good set and Stellar isn't, how do you define that, Nick? How do you define that?
Bro, there's only 2 cards I like in Stellar. I don't like Stellar Crown. You know what? I think it became like a battle between Alex and I that made me hate it more because that was finally something him and I disagreed on, right? And I mean, look at the price of Stellar Crown, right? If you think it's better, then why isn't it more expensive than Paradox?
I got it wrong. Hey, I've manned up to everything I've got wrong. I got it wrong. So it's kind of like when you move to an investment.
I just don't like the Terapagos is going to be cool for the younger kids because it's in the show. It's a main character, main good Pokemon in the show. So yes. But for me personally, I don't want to chase a rainbow Terapagos. I just don't. It's not for me. Like Bulbasaur, Squirtle, yes, I love those. But and the Zeraora is a beautiful card. Yes, it has some good cards, but it just wasn't for me. Like I love Salamence. That's one of my favorite Pokemon. And the Roaring Moon in there and the Iron Galleon, like I like Gallade, I like Gardevoir. So for me, I was like, you know what?
Groudon's one of the top IRs in the era.
Groudon is an absolutely beautiful card. Isn't the Steelix in that as well?
Steelix.
So
Altaria.
Adult. Oh, that's a beautiful card. So to me, it was just more fun for me to open Paradox than it was Stellar. That's it.
Yeah, and to be fair, like, so guys, I get even if you're early, like you're still wrong. I think it's like a line like The Big Short, if you guys seen that movie, like where he's, the Michael Burry's character is just like, I forget who plays that, what his name is, but how he's saying the guy's talking to him, he's just like, he's like, I'm not wrong, I'm just early. He's like, that means you're wrong. And it's just like, I was early on calling this market, but I saw this market coming. I saw this swelling up and I knew it was going to happen. It's just, I was early to it when I said that we're in such a strong bull market that's going to carry up any set. I think we're in it now. I think any set that gets released next year, and at least in the beginning of the year, every one of them is going to do good. I was just a little early to saying that was Stellar. I think if Stellar Crown was released next year as SVU9, I think it would perform a lot better because the market's so much stronger right now. But I just got it wrong because I was a little early on the strength of the market. But yeah, I never thought it was like a strong set. I just felt like
that you're wrong, but still give you props.
Well, no, I never thought it was a strong set. I just thought we had way too much demand to eat. It was going to eat it up so fast, and we didn't have it. So I mean, I was definitely wrong. Definitely wrong. I was just explaining why I was wrong.
How do you clip that? How do you clip it?
Dude, come on! Everyone knows I was wrong about Pokemon Go. I've already been wrong.
Hey, you want to hear
everyone, and he has a gun.
You want to hear a hot take?
All right.
I think long-term Pokemon Go might not be as bad as everyone thinks.
Come on, man.
Long-term.
Come on.
Long-term.
What redeeming qualities does it have?
I just think long term.
You can't just say that.
I mean, it's different. You have Ditto that you can peel off, and I like the Mewtwo. I like the Rainbow Mewtwo. I like the Dragonite, and I really do like that Mewtwo. Even though it got so much hate, I personally like it. So I think with Pokemon Center ETBs, right? Pokemon Center ETBs. I don't think I told you the other day that I was like, I'm gonna grab them off of eBay, right? If I can find them cheap enough. It's just, and they didn't keep printing Pokemon Go either, right? We didn't get a whole bunch of, I don't even think we got one reprint of Pokemon Go.
They dropped so much of it, and it was so not loved, and like,
because they had so much potential, and they shit the bed in the set, if I'm being honest. But I think a PC ETB isn't a bad long-term hold. That's it.
I mean, it does have the first Radiant Charizard. It's got the big 3 Radiants. It's got the Mewtwo alt. I get it's a Conch Elder, so no one cares about the Pokemon. That's still one of the coolest alts. I love that artwork.
I chased it.
But yeah, like other than that, those like few things we mentioned, the peel off Ditto, that was a cool gimmick. It just didn't have enough.
Yeah, look at Dragon Majesty. Like that's not a good set, but it had a long time to cook, and now
that's what no reprints and short printing will do.
Yeah, and that's why I don't know. I just think it's not like horrible, not as horrible as you think.
Pokemon's not cool enough to do one Master Ball per case, and then Chris corrected us. It's 20 packs in a Japanese 151 box.
Okay.
So 1 out of 20 is, that's like what, 2 ETBs, 2.2 ETBs or something. Like, they're not going to do 1 out of case. No, that sucks. Dirty Jersey, disgusting. Have a good one, boys. Dude, he's talking down your state.
Bro, you can't afford to live here.
What should you pay for 151 UPCs? I think Hills has them for 180, 170 something. So if you want to go to Travioli, if you want to go to Hills Wholesale Gaming, it's a trusted site. It looks like it's built in like 1995, but it's trusted, I promise you. And I think they have them probably some of the best prices right now. Otherwise, it's like, I don't know. What are they, $200 on TCG Player? 200 plus? I don't even know.
They're a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go that high. Here's the thing. What do you think that product's going to do? That new 151 product next year? Do you think it's going to drop the prices of everything that much or not really?
What, the reprint?
Yeah. Well, it's not a reprint because it's a new product. It's like a additional print, I would say.
I mean, 151.
Whoa. 230s? All right, we should check right now.
151 is a different animal.
230s, dude. Guys, I literally, all right, I'm going to give my soapbox for a second. I sat there on Eli, Pokemart USA's live stream. I looked directly at the camera just like this, and I said, anyone out there waiting for the reprint is stupid, and they should be running to Costco and buying these boxes in mass at $90 to $80 in store, $90 online. This was when they were online for weeks on end. They were not selling out. You had all the time in the world, and people were like, I'm going to wait for the reprint, Alex. In what world were you waiting for? You weren't buying those at $80, $90. It's crazy to me. It's crazy.
I mean, when they had them at Costco, that was I was screaming on the top of my lungs that was a great buy. Like if you went, so in store, it was even cheaper than online. What was it online? $80 in ETB. I mean,
guys, Hill's got them right here.
How much they have?
$179. All right, I gotta take a break and add a bunch of these to my cart.
All right, I'm going to shill something real quick. I think Charizard UPCs are still underpriced. That's it. I just think Charizard UPCs are still underpriced.
Let's check them out, shall we?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Cases are going for $611. Let's see how many are selling. Sparse at that price. Let's see what the single ones are going for. Okay, so definitely a case premium. So people are paying a little over $200 per box in a case. They're only selling for the 170s.
Yeah, well, there's 4 in a case.
Right.
And it was $600, right?
Oh, my bad. My bad. Okay, so never mind. It's a case discount. Okay.
Yeah, I think they have Evolving Sky. They have every good Sword and Shield set in it. And it comes with
It's like they're right on the cusp of 180s. There's only 5 left, and then they go to 185 on the market.
I wish I grabbed more of those. I think they're very solid.
Yeah, you only have what, like 200?
Maybe. No, I wish I grabbed more because Aaron had them for sale for $320 a case, and it was just such a no-brainer. But that's what happens when things get overprinted. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we're all fucking crackheads for this, and it doesn't matter because everything dries up. It's insane. It doesn't matter how much there are anymore. I've never seen that before.
Do you think we'll be looking at Evolving Skies in 10 years and say the same thing? Seems the trend is to have more and more hitters per box, would you say? Yeah, it's possible, but it's not gonna the same way. Like Nick was just showing that box and how expensive Dragon's Exalted boxes are and how expensive the hits are inside, especially graded. The same thing will be true for Evolving Skies. Like nothing's gonna take down that Moonbreon. It's too cemented now in the fabric of modern Pokemon that even if better sets come out, that's not gonna take away from that, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy because I have friends that aren't even in this hobby and they know about the Moonbreon.
Yeah.
Right? Just like everybody knows about Charizard, now it's Moonbreon. It's your modern day Charizard.
Yeah, it's just too cemented at this point to go away. Like, and I mean, the whole population report, like, I mean, I'll argue till I'm blue in the face with all the vintage guys and like, and that's cool. Like, when I say argue, I don't mean like we're not at each other's throats. We're just like friends, like have different opinions, right? I don't think they fully realize the worldwide demand of Pokemon and how small 13, 15,000 population actually is. And I think that they oversimplify it as like, you know, it being too high of a pop report. Like too high compared to what? Compared to the demand we used to have back in like 2005? I agree. Compared to demand we have in 2024? No way.
It's kind of crazy.
Slim Bumpkin says, again, thanks for the super chat. I have every SIR and SV to date. Those cards are cheap, but Prismatic is going to have like 10 Moonbreons. I can't afford that, dude. I feel you. My best advice, like, God, I don't even want to say that. Never mind. Normally I would say, like, wait 6 months, a year and a half to buy singles, but who the hell knows?
I don't know.
What are you going to do, man? Like, are you going to try to collect this when it comes out?
Dude, if it was cheap enough, I'd try to pull a master set, right? That would be the goal, just like I did with 151, just like I tried with Evolving Skies. I would try to, because I like my daughters, their favorite Pokemon are Sylveon and Espeon, right? Izzy likes
Notice
Sylveon.
he didn't say Charizard.
Izzy likes Sylveon, Ryan likes Espeon. So I showed them this set and they're so excited. So usually if it came out at a normal price, I would buy it and probably open it until we had our fix with it. This is going to be $11 a pack. It looks like it's just like, I don't even know what price, because if there's not that much of it, I don't know what pull rates are. If the pull rates are going to be like this for the Pikachu for each one of those cards, it's going to be mayhem. They can come out.
Mayhem.
Yeah, the Umbreon can come out and be like 700. I mean, look at the Pikachu. The Umbreon might do more than the Pikachu's doing. That's just how the market is right now.
Anthony M, thanks again for the super chat, brother. Purchasing is becoming more and more stressful. Do you guys like how the hobby is right now, or would you rather die down? The gains are awesome, but the stress from purchasing is becoming a lot.
I said that's going to scare people away from the hobby too, right? Because people are going to get hurt now because you're going to come out and you're going to overpay for some of this stuff. Some of it you might go up more and more, but that's what I was saying earlier. Like these new sets out the gate are really expensive. And I don't know, this set has all the potential in the world to run, right? So I just don't want to see people, overpay and then they come out with, unlimited print run, like something insane. And then these raw cards, because there's no way that Pikachu is going to stay $2,500 in a 10, right? Like to me, I think that's not even it shouldn't even be $1,000 in a 10. So I just see this ending bad for some people, unfortunately, because they don't know better and they get excited because Pokemon's fun. When you get with a lot of new people getting back in the hobby, I did this. I didn't know. I overpaid for Celestial Storm. I didn't know what I was doing, right? But I wanted everything, and I wanted to open stuff, and then I wanted sealed stuff. I wanted to get old WotC stuff because that's what you're just all over the place, but you just want it and you don't care how much it costs. But I can see so many people not knowing how much it costs. They don't have any idea, and they're like, all right, I'm going to buy this Surging Sparks box, $250. Oh, that sounds normal, right? It's just I can see a lot of people getting hurt, and like I like seeing where the hobby is because yes, it does benefit my pocket where the hobby is right now. But it was nice in the beginning of Scarlet and Violet when I can get whatever cases I wanted for, a good price. And then I could open product at an affordable price and a normal price, right?
Hey, an inept card collector just said, hey, you can always open Shrouded. It's like people that want cheap stuff. It's like, hey, Shrouded Fable's still extremely cheap.
No, I just don't want to.
The problem is like
$$100 for a brand new pack. That's it. That has nothing to do with me being.
That's the problem. Is like everyone feels like they have to open what everyone else is opening, and like they always have to chase the exact new thing. It's just like, dude, if you just want to collect and open packs, like there's a lot of cheap options out there right now. It's just not these, Yeah,
but that has nothing to do with what's being wrong or being right. Like the thing is, like I said, that's $400 booster box coming out of the gate. That's not normal, and you can't justify it. And these people can't justify it because they can't rip as much as they can. They can say, "I'll rip 1,000 cases," right? But the truth of the matter is, little kids that are in high school and middle school, can't afford $11 packs. Alex, I don't care what you say, right? And I don't care what that guy says because it's all bullshit. That's not how it's supposed to be when it comes out of the gate. I don't care what anybody says. You're not right.
I love how serious you just got.
Because it's all bullshit. These people. Like, you go open Shrouded. I did open Shrouded, and I opened a lot of it. And I paid more than what it's worth right now. So how about that? And am I crying over getting a loss? No, but I'm saying a lot of you are, and you guys won't even be here 6 months to a year from now. That's the truth.
Plumber's on one right now, guys.
Yeah, because these people have no idea what they're even talking about, Alex. And I don't want to steer these other people that actually care and want to be in this hobby for a long time. I'm not going to steer them in the wrong way. I would never do that. I want them to be a part of this hobby. But these people like, you spend $11 a pack. Dude, you're an idiot. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I talk about in my videos, like, this is going to continue until people start getting hurt and taking losses. And then you're going to see a steep downturn because people have not had a lot of people in this hobby right now are new. They've been in this hobby less than a year now. They're probably only going to last another year. Like we said, the majority of people are only in this hobby 12 to 24 months. And once they experience loss for the first time, once they experience their boxes or collectibles getting reprinted or going down in value and the big reprint come and all that, it's going to scare them. They're going to be terrified. They're going to lose money. And that's the unfortunate kind of way the market works. It's sad, but it's just like, that's how we regulate things.
Listen, what I paid, dude, I know a lot of people that did this too. A PSA 9 Charizard went up to $5,000, right? And there was people buying multiple of them at $5,000. A lot of you might not even remember that, but a PSA 9 Charizard now is $1,000 to $1,200.
$5,000's cheap. It was like $7,000 at one point.
Oh, did it go up to $7,000? All right. So they went up to $7,000, but at $5,000, and then I had a lot of losses, right? Like, I don't even want to tell you what I paid on a first edition Shadowless 9 Gyarados. Yeah, like these losses happened, and I was like, oh, that sucks, right? Because it happens. But to sit here and say you want to open $11 packs on a brand new set, it's not logical. It makes no sense. There's so many people in this hobby that don't have money that want to.
You mean a first edition Jungle Eevee isn't worth $500 in a 10?
Dude, yes, this card was $500. You know what's worth now? $100.
Damn. The collector in shambles. No, Abraham, what's up, dude? Great. What is your rank so far for the sets? That's a good question. What do you got, man? What's your rank at?
Specialty included?
What's your power ranking for the SV?
Is it specialty included? Main sets or specialty?
Yeah, we'll throw specialty in there.
All right, 151 at the 1, Surging at the 2, Twilight at the 3, Temporal at the 4, Paldea Evolved at the 5. Those are my top 5.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Paldean Fates. Fuck, Paldean Fates is so good too.
I was gonna say you forgot that.
Yeah, Paldean Fates is very good.
I gotta throw Paldean Fates up there.
Yeah, I have Paldean Fates tied at the 5 then. Honorable mention. It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna put 151 up there. This is not investment, guys. This is just like what I like. Paldea Evolve still. I mean, here's the thing. It is the deepest set. It's got 51 IRs and SIRs combined. Like, that's huge. And I just like it. So I still throw Paldea up there in terms of like what I want to collect. I got to throw Paldean Fates up there. And then probably like Temporal. I like Temporal. And then probably it'd be Twilight or Surging.
So you have Surging that low?
Paldean Fates. I mean, it should. Dude, here's the problem. It's so new right now. Like, it's so new. I want to. It's hard to tell if I'm gonna like still like it as much. I like it a lot right now, but it hasn't. I don't know how I'm gonna like it in like 6 months. I'll be honest. I think a lot of the IRs are weak.
That's why it's
called. Let's go to the tape.
Go ahead.
Let's go to the judges' scorecards.
But they're asking us
All
what
right.
we like, not like the values.
I don't know. I'm just like, I just want to look at the cards. Rarity. All right.
Like, dude,
Obviously, Latias, Cerulege, even like the Skarmory is great. But like Mesprit, I don't know. Like,
that's
Gas
awesome.
Form, cool. Like,
that's awesome.
Ebass, come on.
Yeah, but it fits in with the Milotech.
Slack off. Spiel. Clobopus. Like, come on, man. These are weak. These are weak. Pavilion, Flapple, Setatan. I don't know. Like, I like a handful of them. Like, the Bravery's cool. The Execute. Like, I don't know, man. It just seems a little on the weaker side when you look at, like, Paradox or something.
Don't compare it to what I like.
It's my opinion. I don't know. It just seems like the IRs are a little weak in that set.
I think it's a solid overall set. I'm happy with it. I mean, look,
it's okay. It's gonna pump. I'm not trying to talk down your investment. It's okay,
bro.
Sons.
Oh my god, that's why he hates jerseys. He's from dirty Philly. I hate. Oh my god, that's why. Fucking Philly. Oh.
What the hell? Is this some crazy like state line beef there?
Yeah, with sports we don't get along. They took Saquon Barkley.
That's so great, man. Shit, where am I? See, I am back. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get.
Yeah, look what Lucky Bunny said. I agree.
What did Lucky Bunny say?
President Will Cabal, Essex County Representative.
Iconic duo. Happy Friday. Hey, Kyle. What's up, dude? Appreciate it, man.
Go Birds. Yeah, you know what? You guys had the Eagles, but I had the Mets, and we did what we had to do to you guys.
Sean's in again. PokePlumber. I live right outside Philly, so you can pick up pipes. Gotcha.
Yeah.
There it is.
Nikki Cards. That's the homie right there.
Oh, Nikki Cards in the house. What's up, man?
Dude, him and I have been collecting together since 5th grade. Well, he was in like 3rd. I was in 5th. We used to play MLB Showdown.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's my buddy.
Well, guys, we've been going about 2 hours. I don't know, Nick. Is there anything you want to hit before we wrap things up, dude?
Yeah, but then I have to go back to work.
You work too much, man.
Something's got to pay for this. You know?
Yeah, you definitely can't slow down the spending. You just have to work more. Guys, here, that's going to be our advice for the end of this. If you're running out of money because Pokemon's too expensive, you don't cut back. You just work more.
Yeah, you just forget your family and just work. Forget holidays. Forget the weekends. Just kill yourself.
Oh, my God. That went way too dark, bro.
Oh, and let's say, I never read the comments.
Good. That's a very good direction to take. I need to get there one day.
Because half of them I'll just be mean, you know. I know
What we're here for.
Daniel Jones just got cut from the Giants. That was our quarterback. I know you're not big into football.
I mean, I was just like, I don't know, man. It's just, maybe I think COVID is really what like got me off sports for a while. I just like got into so many different things. I don't know. I used to like watch every game of like NFL and like super into hockey. I mean, I used to like be all in on sports and like, fantasy leagues. And I guess when I got more serious about Pokemon, I let a lot of that go, I guess.
So you don't play fantasy anymore?
No.
Really? It's so much fun though.
Oh, for sure. I mean, not hating on it. I don't know. I guess like just started doing other things. Thomas. Appreciate the super chat, dude. My local Sam still has pallets of Crown Zenith on sale for $40. Market is sitting around $60. This is a no-brainer pickup for a long term. Yeah. What are you doing? Buy it. Stop giving us super chats and go spend it on Crown Zenith.
Dude, I love Crown Zenith. I think that's a great set.
You don't walk, you run.
Yeah, I love Crown Zenith.
A crack addict never stops because they run out of money. They tighten their belt back on the grind. No complaints. Dude, that's so true. Like, God, coming from like car salesmen, dude. They almost want those guys like addicted to something. That way they have to sell. they got to keep selling to keep their addiction running.
Oh, man.
That is the truest statement.
Hey, as of now, how much prismatic do you have coming in?
No idea.
Like guesstimate.
I can't even guess. Like I put in numbers at my distributor and with Brian. And I have some pre-ordered other places, but it's like I have no clue either numbers. I haven't got the numbers yet for either one. Like I literally have zero clue.
Dude, if everything goes well, which it won't, like I think
I pre-ordered everything though. Like ETBs, bundles, 2-pack blisters, the mystery box, the like tech sticker collections. Like I max ordered everything, and I'm just gonna see what they give me type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what I'm gonna get.
What's your goal?
More.
Like, what's your goal to hold? Like, not for business, for hold.
Honestly, if it comes out of the gate as hot as it does, it probably none. Like maybe a case. Because it'll have. In my opinion, I'll buy it on the. It's got to get reprinted, right?
So, like I said, take everything you've known from the past and throw it away with Scarlet and Violet era. Yeah. And that's going to be more the truth, right? So, say reprints, right? What's your goal for this set? Like, how confident are you with this set?
Well, I'm already not an ETB person.
Like, you don't think that Pokemon's going to see what happened with Evolving Skies and at least put enough out of this? Like, Evolving Skies, they did 3 reprints. You don't think Pokemon's going to say, hey, look at Evolving Skies. Let's at least make it like do the same amount that we did with Evolving Skies.
And it's specialty set. So I think that I'm already down on specialty set ETBs. I like to get the PC.
Zenith. They printed Crown Zenith how many times now?
But hold on, let's bring that up. That's what I was just about to say. And this was before they even did the whole Pokemon Center stamp promos, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Crown Zenith Pokemon Center ETB held up extremely well. So normally on specialty sets, I like to go PC ETBs. The fact that I couldn't get any besides 2, it worries me. I don't know how deep I want to go into regular ETBs.
You don't think on release day, Pokemon Center is going to have more?
Well, they will, but they'll be sold out in no time.
Yeah, you got to wake up at like 6 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, they'll have them, but they won't be there very long. Like, and they'll probably have spotty releases every so often, but it'll be like 5 and 10 at a time. Like, it's near impossible. I don't expect to be able to get more. So that's my opinion. And I don't know, man. Like, I'll probably end up with like 10 ETB cases, which is like no money. It's like $5,000 if at like retail prices. Yeah. So like, I don't know, man. Like, I won't go super heavy. I'll just go to the next booster box set. Yeah. It's one of we talk about it all the time. I'm okay with missing out on certain sets when the price point in the market doesn't give me a chance. I'll just move on. I won't make stupid plays. Yeah, no, and that's the thing. And you're over here agreeing with guys saying open these packs at $11 a pop because it could turn into a stupid play. Wait, what'd I do?
I'm just putting words in your mouth.
You got me there. I'm like, who am I agreeing with now?
Yeah, I mean, in ideal
Hey,
world,
Sam from Otherverse is in the house.
what's up, Sam? I got your package. Thank you. I'm gonna open it soon, but thank you.
I did not, Sam. Thank you, though.
You already got you. I told you this. You already got yours. My turn. My turn.
I still have to give Sam some shit.
Oh man.
Oh man, so this was a good one, guys. This was a good second podcast.
Everyone's gonna think I'm so unhinged. I'm yelling at everybody. But I can lose.
That's what we need. We need some spice, dude. This community needs some spice added back into it. It's gotten too soft.
But like when you hear such idiotic things, I like I said, at the end of the day, for the true collectors that are going to be here for a while, I just don't want to see them spending this much money right off the bat. Like I want them to be here for the good times when you can buy, cases for sub-6 and like get to enjoy opening and doing that. Like that's the goal here. Is if you want to see people like enjoy the hobby, not overspend and then think they can make a quick flip. Like you want people here for the right reasons, not the wrong reasons either, right? That's it.
But here's the issue though. It's just like, again, I go back to what I just said. If you're new to the hobby, last 3-6 months, all the old sets should still be new to you. You weren't here for them. Go back and open an old set. Go open SV base for like $95, $100.
No, Paradox Rift for the same price.
Paradox Rift, like, go back to the sets you missed. I mean, that's my advice.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll end it there. Appreciate everyone. Guys, everyone who gave super chats, really appreciate all of you. Collector for donating all the memberships and everyone else who donated memberships. Guys, make sure to check out the ThePokePlumber. Hold on. We gotta shout something out. I'm gonna add both his links in the chat right now. They're in the top of the description. All right, so you can find them there.
Both.
We're also gonna pin them. We're gonna pin them at the top of the chat right now. So, guys, ThePokePlumber. We need to continue to pressure him to make YouTube videos. Yeah. He does have a YouTube setup under the same name, ThePokePlumber. There just isn't anything there yet. But he has promised that he has an editor and he is going to have videos pumping out. So guys, go subscribe to his channel now so that way you're going to get notified when that first video gets released and you don't miss it. So I will say that, and obviously check him out on Instagram. That's where he's been posting up till now. So anything else, man?
Thank you, buddy. Don't people have to pay for that?
Oh, man. All right, guys. We're hitting it. Later.